everyone. It's 10 a.m. I'd like to welcome everybody to the commission meeting of the Limestone County Commission of September the 21st, 2020. So do we have any public comment, Pam?
No, sir.
No public comment. Pam, would you please call roll?
Commissioner Samet.
Here.
Commissioner Turner.
Here.
Commissioner Black.
Here.
Commissioner Harrison.
Here.
Commissioner Turner, would you like to lead us in our pledge, please, sir?
Sure. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, sir.
Get a little close again. Sorry. Social distance, please.
All right. First thing on the agenda, I'll ask for a motion to approve the minutes from September the 8th of 2020. Do I have such a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Commissioner Harrison. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Salmon. Any discussion? No discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Harrison.
Aye.
Commissioner Samet.
Aye.
Commissioner Turner.
Aye.
Commissioner Black.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Second on the agenda, I'll ask for a motion to approve claims in the amount of $959,005.89. Do I have such a motion?
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Turner. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Black. Any discussion? No discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Turner.
Aye.
Commissioner Black.
Aye.
Commissioner Samet.
Aye.
Commissioner Harrison.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Do we have any conflicts of interest with anything coming from the commission today?
The abatement agreement, Mr. Weatherford and I have a financial, he rents land from me, so I will recuse myself to avoid any appearance of conflict of interest.
All right. Anybody else? All righty. So moving on, under resolutions and orders, I'll ask for a motion to approve to designate the Athens Senior Center at 912 West Pryor Street as a temporary courthouse annex to accommodate judicial duties and court proceedings. Do I have such a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Commissioner Black. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Harrison. Any discussion? No discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Black.
Aye.
Commissioner Harrison.
Aye.
Commissioner Samet.
Aye.
Commissioner Turner.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Moving on, under contracts, agreements, and grants, I'll ask for a motion to approve the following leases at the Sheriff's Office of an annual rent of $1 each for 2 Chevy Traverses with the VIN numbers listed below. Do I have such a motion?
I'll make a motion, Mr. Chairman.
Motion by Commissioner Samet. Do I have a second?
Second.
Well, Lord, I got seconds everywhere. Second on Commissioner Turner. Any discussion? No discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Samet.
Aye.
Commissioner Turner.
Aye.
Commissioner Black.
Aye.
Commissioner Harrison.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Second on here, I'll ask for a motion to approve Department of Youth Services long-term detention subsidy contract to provide one detention bed for the use of juvenile court at the Tennessee Valley Juvenile Detention Facility beginning October the 1st of 2020 through September the 30th of 2021 with no cost to the county. Do I have such a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Commissioner Black. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Turner. Any discussion?
We purchase an additional bed, don't we? This one's at no cost?
Yes.
Okay.
Any more discussion? No more discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Black.
Aye.
Commissioner Turner.
Aye.
Commissioner Samet.
Aye.
Commissioner Harrison.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Third on the agenda, I'll ask for a motion to approve revised preliminary engineering and construction agreement with ALDOT for the widening, striping, signage, and safety improvements of East Ferry Road, just north of Sulphur Creek. Do I have such a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Commissioner Harrison. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Salmon. Any discussion with it?
Just to note, construction will probably be in December, January timeframe.
No, it could be that one.
Okay.
All righty. No more discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Excuse me. Commissioner Harrison.
Aye.
Commissioner Samet.
Aye.
Commissioner Turner.
Aye.
Commissioner Black.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Fourth on the agenda, I'll ask for a motion to approve agreement with the City of Athens effective October the 1st of 2020 until September the 30th of 2023 for housing and services to be provided for the city prisoners at the Limestone County Jail. Do I have such a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Commissioner Black, second by Commissioner Sammet. Any discussion? No discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Black?
Aye.
Commissioner Sammet?
Aye.
Commissioner Turner?
Aye.
Commissioner Harrison?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Number 5 on this, I'll ask for a motion to approve agreement with Tracking Solutions for electronic monitoring services of ankle monitoring for juveniles referred by the Limestone County Juvenile Court beginning October the 1st of 2020 and ending the September the 30th of 21, funded by the Alabama Department of Youth Services grant. Do I have such a motion?
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Turner. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Black. Any discussion? No discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Turner?
Aye.
Commissioner Black?
Aye.
Commissioner Sammet?
Aye.
Commissioner Harrison?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. 6th on the agenda, I'll ask for a motion to approve agreement for services with Katie Henson beginning October the 1st of 2020 and ending September the 30th of 2021 to community services for the juvenile assistance through the Limestone County Juvenile Courts funded by the Alabama Department of Youth Services grant for 30 hours a week at $16.15 per hour. Do I have such a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Commissioner Sammet. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Black. Any discussion? No discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Sammet?
Aye.
Commissioner Black?
Aye.
Commissioner Turner?
Aye.
Commissioner Harrison?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. 7th on the agenda, I'll ask for a motion to approve agreement with the Alabama Department of Youth Services for the Juvenile Diversion Program for the fiscal year of 21 in the amount of $47,840, no match required. Do I have such a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Commissioner Black. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Harrison. Any discussion? No discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Black?
Aye.
Commissioner Harrison?
Aye.
Commissioner Sammet?
Aye.
Commissioner Turner?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. 8th on the agenda, I'll ask for a motion to approve memorandum of understanding with a Family Life Center Incorporated to provide substance abuse treatment and related services for the juveniles referred by the Limestone County Juvenile Courts beginning October the 1st of 2020 and ending September the 30th of 21. Providing by an Alabama Department of Youth Services grant of $1,250 per month. Do I have such a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Commissioner Harrison. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Sammet. Any discussion? No discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Harrison?
Aye.
Commissioner Sammet?
Aye.
Commissioner Turner?
Aye.
Commissioner Black?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. 9th on here, I'll ask for a motion to approve grant agreement with North Central Alabama Highway Safety Office for overtime traffic safety enforcement from October the 1st of 2020 to September the 30th of 2021. Do I have such a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Well, we'll go Commissioner Black for the motion and Commissioner Sammet for the second. Any discussion? No discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Black?
Aye.
Commissioner Sammet?
Aye.
Commissioner Turner?
Aye.
Commissioner Harrison?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. 10th on here, I'll ask for a motion to approve the ADECA Recreational Trails Program grant extension to March the 30th of 1st of 2021. This extension is to complete closeout documents and reimbursements retroactive to September the 15th of 2020. Do I have such a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Commissioner Sammet. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Black. Any discussion? No discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Sammet?
Aye.
Commissioner Black?
Aye.
Commissioner Turner?
Aye.
Commissioner Harrison?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Number 11, we will take up in two different motions. First motion will be to approve to terminate the North Alabama's Laser Fab Incorporated abatement agreement that was made on October the 15th of 2018. Do I have such a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Commissioner Black. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Sammet. Any discussion with that? All right, no discussion with that. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Black?
Aye.
Commissioner Sammet?
Aye.
Commissioner Turner?
Aye.
Commissioner Harrison?
Abstain.
All right, motion carries 3 with an abstain from Commissioner Harrison. All right, next on here, we'll ask for a motion to approve the new tax abatement for Laser Fab agreement. Do I have such a motion to approve their new tax abatement?
I'll make a motion, Mr.
Motion.
Chairman.
Motion by Commissioner Sammet. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Black. Any discussion with it? No discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Sammet?
Aye.
Commissioner Black?
Aye.
Commissioner Turner?
Aye.
Commissioner Harrison?
Abstain.
Motion carries 3, and Commissioner Harrison abstained. So, all righty. But moving on, we have a budget revision here in the amount of $416,793.81. Do I have such a motion for budget revision to be put in the district road funds?
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Commissioner Black. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Sammet. Any discussion? No discussion with it. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Black?
Aye.
Commissioner Sammet?
Aye.
Commissioner Turner?
Aye.
Commissioner Harrison?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Next on the agenda, under board appointments, I'll ask for a motion to reappoint Colin Daly to the Solid Waste Disposal Authority Board, term ending November the 30th of 2023. Do I have such a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Lord, everybody wants me on there. Motion by Commissioner Sammet. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Harrison. Any discussion? Nobody else wants to fight to get on there? All right, no discussion. We'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Sammet?
Aye.
Commissioner Harrison?
Aye.
Commissioner Turner?
Aye.
Commissioner Black?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Second, under board appointments, I'll ask for a motion to appoint Mark Massey to the Solid Waste Disposal Authority, term beginning November the 16th of 2020 and ending November the 30th of 2023. Do I have such a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Commissioner Turner. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Harrison. Any discussion with it? No discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Turner?
Aye.
Commissioner Harrison?
Aye.
Commissioner Sammet?
Aye.
Commissioner Black?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Under award of bids, I'll ask for a motion to approve a negotiated price for food bag lunch programs for the council agent. Do I have such a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Commissioner Sammet. Do I have a second?
Second.
Lord, everybody want a second? Everybody, y'all fight today to second, so. Second by Commissioner Turner. Any discussion with it? No discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Sammet?
Aye.
Commissioner Turner?
Aye.
Commissioner Black?
Aye.
Commissioner Harrison?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Under personnel action, first on here, I'll ask for a motion to hire Amy Abercrombie as a part-time school resource officer pending a drug screening. Do I have such a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Commissioner Turner. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Black. Any discussion? No discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Turner?
Aye.
Commissioner Black?
Aye.
Commissioner Sammet?
Aye.
Commissioner Harrison?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Second, I'll ask for a motion to approve to hire Justin Grays as a deputy pending a drug screening. Do I have such a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Um,
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Black, second by Commissioner Sammet. Any discussion? No discussion. I'll call for vote.
Commissioner Black?
Aye.
Commissioner Sammet?
Aye.
Commissioner Turner?
Aye.
Commissioner Harrison?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Third on here, I'll ask for a motion to hire Jimmy Bryant Moss as a temporary part-time engineering assistant to deal with the federal grants retroactive to September the 15th of 2020. Do I have such a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Commissioner Harrison. Do I have a second?
Second it.
Second by Commissioner Sammet. Any discussion with this? No discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Harrison?
Aye.
Commissioner Sammet?
Aye.
Commissioner Turner?
Aye.
Commissioner Black?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Fourth on here, I'll ask for a motion to approve job description for bookkeeper / administrative clerk at the commission office, at the community corrections, and add to the staffing plan. Do I have such a motion? Got ahead of myself.
I'll make the,
Second.
A motion by Commissioner Turner, second by Commissioner Black. Any discussion with it? No discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Turner?
Aye.
Commissioner Black?
Aye.
Commissioner Sammet?
Aye.
Commissioner Harrison?
Aye.
All right. Number 5 would be to hire Myra Peck as a part-time bookkeeper / administrative clerk at the Community Corrections effective October the 1st of 2020. Do I have such a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Commissioner Sammet. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Commissioner Harrison. Any discussion? No discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Sammet?
Aye.
Commissioner Harrison?
Aye.
Commissioner Turner?
Aye.
Commissioner Black?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. 6th on here, I'll ask for approval for the motion for approval for the job description for Chief Financial Officer and replace accountant position on the staffing plan. Do I have such a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Commissioner Black, second by Commissioner Turner. Any discussion with this?
There's no grade change where the associated, okay.
No, it's just to clear up the title. That's all we're doing. All right. No more discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Black?
Aye.
Commissioner Turner?
Aye.
Commissioner Sammet?
Aye.
Commissioner Harrison?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Number 7 on here, I'll ask for a motion to amend job duties and job description for the commission clerk. Do I have such a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Commissioner Harrison. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Sammet. Any discussion? No discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Harrison?
Aye.
Commissioner Sammet?
Aye.
Commissioner Turner?
Aye.
Commissioner Black?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Number 8 would be approve the staffing plan effective October the 1st of 2020. Do I have such a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Commissioner Black. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Turner. Any discussion with it?
Yeah, earlier we talked about that we had one that had been sent off that we hadn't got back yet. We actually have 2 that haven't gotten back yet because
That's
one of them's
correct.
from the
Yes, that
sheriff's
is
department,
correct.
right?
That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah, 1 for the sheriff's office, 1 for the commission office. That's right. I failed to mention 2 there earlier. That is true. We have 2 sent to Auburn for a study. Any more discussion? No more discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Black?
Aye.
Commissioner Turner?
Aye.
Commissioner Sammet?
Aye.
Commissioner Harrison?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Number 9, I'll ask for a motion to approve the pay scale effective October the 1st of 2020 to reflect a 2% cost of living raise adjustment. Do I have such a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Commissioner Harrison. Have a second.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Sammet. Any discussion with it? No discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Harrison?
Aye.
Commissioner Sammet?
Aye.
Commissioner Turner?
Aye.
Commissioner Black?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Number 10 on here, which we added in the work session, will be to transfer Dustin Gatlin from District 1 to District 2 as an equipment operator 3. Do I have such a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Commissioner Turner. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Sammet. Any discussion with this? No discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Turner?
Aye.
Commissioner Sammet?
Aye.
Commissioner Black?
Aye.
Commissioner Harrison?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. All right, under merit increases, I'll ask for a motion to approve everybody listed as on the merit increases here. Does anybody have any discussion? No, I have a motion.
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Commissioner Harrison. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Sammet. Any discussion with anybody on the list? All right, with no discussion, I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Harrison?
Aye.
Commissioner Sammet?
Aye.
Commissioner Turner?
Aye.
Commissioner Black?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. I finally get to get a break. Mr. Massey, you can speak a little while.
All right, thank you, Mr. Chairman. We have 2 subdivisions for your consideration today. Jones Springs subdivision, Phase 1. It's a major, this is for final approval. 37 lots in District 2, 200 feet north of Pepper Road on the west side of Jones Road. And Menifee Acres subdivision, this is a minor, so it's for preliminary and final. 3 lots in District 2, east side of Menifee Road, south of Nick Davis Road. And that's all I have.
All right. All right, I'll ask for a motion to approve the 2 subdivisions as submitted by our engineer. Do I have such a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Commissioner Turner. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Sammet. Any discussion with either one of them? No discussion with either one of them. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Turner?
Aye.
Commissioner Sammet?
Aye.
Commissioner Black?
Aye.
Commissioner Harrison?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Under other business, I'll ask for a motion to give Administrator Pam Carter the authority to approve department budget revisions as necessary at the end of the year procedures. Do I have such a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Commissioner Black, second by Commissioner Turner. Any discussion? No discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Black?
Aye.
Commissioner Turner? Commissioner Sammet?
Aye.
Commissioner Harrison?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Second on here, I'll ask for a motion to approve the fiscal year 2020, 2021 budget for the Limestone County Commission. Do I have such a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Commissioner Black. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Sammet. Any discussion? No discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Black?
Aye.
Commissioner Sammet?
Aye.
Commissioner Turner? Commissioner Harrison?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Third on here, I'll ask for a motion to approve to sell the following piece of equipment from District 3 on Gov Deals, which is a 1985 F8000 truck. Do I have such a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Commissioner Black. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Salmon. Any discussion with it? No discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Black?
Aye.
Commissioner Sammet?
Aye.
Commissioner Turner? Commissioner Harrison?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. We have no scheduled public hearing at this point. Report of officers. Commissioner Salmon.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We're finishing up on our paving this year due to the weather, the cutoff date, the money. Anyway, appreciate the legislators getting us more money to work with this year with the gas tax and all, but the COVID thing kind of put a dent in it on our local tax and state too. But anyway, we're winding it down. Appreciate the good job that all the crews did on it. Also, I want to mention the bridge grant that we got the other day. It's on a small bridge. It's a one-lane bridge that's starting to fall apart. Want to thank Mark Massey for being on top of that. He put that in last November, I believe it was, wasn't it, Mark? He got it in early, and it took this long to get it approved and all. Again, that's the 7-cent money, thanks to our legislators that were so good to give us a little more and get the state to give more grant monies for those projects. I think 2 bridges were lit. One was a big bridge. It was a $1.4 million bridge on another little road right close to it, but this one is one lane falling apart. Really needed it, and I appreciate you being on top of it, Mark. But I guess that's all I have, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Commissioner Salmon. Commissioner Turner.
Yeah, I'm like Darrell. The gas tax came in big for us this year. Probably keep coming in big in years to come. I know we put a lot of asphalt down that we wouldn't have the money to put down otherwise. So kudos for the gas tax. And I'm also glad that we were able to unanimously approve the budget. So that's good.
All right. Thank you, Commissioner Turner. Commissioner Black.
I'm going to do the same thing the other two just did. The Rebuild Alabama that we supported, or that I supported, that was very beneficial to all 67 counties. We're benefiting from it today. We'll be benefiting from it when I'm not the commissioner any longer. Sadly, the money that we're getting right now is probably the money we should have been getting about 10 or 15 years ago, and the money we're going to be needing 10 years from now is the money we're getting right now. But every little bit helps. For instance, right now, I've got the engineering group in my district this week, and next week we'll be doing Grubbs Road, Hammonds Road, Bell Road, and Mack Road. We'll also be doing Stanford Road. Starting next week, I think the 29th and the 30th, we'll be doing the federal project. We'll be doing a micro seal on Shaw Road, which runs from Highway 72 to Browns Ferry Nuclear Power Plant. Then we'll have that will be a chip seal, pretty much, is what it'll be. It's not going to be smooth. It's not going to be the road that we're going to be stuck with. We do have a contractor that's coming in after us that will be putting down the final surface. So be patient for 48 to 72 hours. It's not going to be what it's going to be, from here on out. So just be patient, because it's going to be a little bit different. So after that, we'll be getting back to cutting. We're probably going to be cutting all the way into November, because there's lots of spots that are going to need cut again. some that we still haven't gotten to because we've just been so busy working on the road. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Commissioner Black. Commissioner Harrison?
Before we did New Cut Road, I walked the road and looked at the culverts, and we found two bridges that needed shoring up due to scouring, and the bridge crew is out now doing those two, or getting ready to pour concrete on those two. Also, we identified the bridge crew had found one on Shoal Creek near Buzzard Roost that was in bad shape, and they're prepping that one too for repairs. So, and these are bridges that we found that's under 20 foot, that's off system bridges. We're going through and looking at all of our bridges and putting an eye on them and making sure that those are in good repair. Also, right now we've got probably two good more days to work on County Line Road. We're reclaiming that road. We're adding base to it. We're mixing in 3 inches of block material and then 3 inches of crusher run, and preparing that road for Lauderdale County to come in and plant mix it. They finished their paving for this year, and talked to the engineer at Lauderdale County, and he likes to let those set for about 6 months over the winter. They won't be as dusty over the winter, but he likes to let them set, as we like to let them set too. It's kind of hard to get people to put up with it for 6 months, but that's the best. I mean, I've talked to several engineers. It's when you reclaim a road and you do what we did to that road, you need to let them set, and after compaction. We're bush hogging just like all the other districts. We're going, and we'll probably go into November, December. We've got a lot of road miles, and one of the things that people don't understand is that when we have rains like we've had in late spring and summer, continuing the summer, not only do you not get to bush hog on rain days, but then the grass grows a whole lot more. And in addition to that, when we have late spring rains and into summer like we've had, the brush and the bush and the limbs at the sides of the road, they grow a whole lot longer, faster. So, we're having to go back in 2 years. Typically, when we cut the sides of the road, the bushes and the tree limbs, typically we like to cut them back to where we can not have to deal with them for another 5 years. Well, we're having to go back on roads that we cut 2 years ago. So bear with us. I mean, we've got a lot of road miles and we've got a lot of duties. And I will say this, that, since we got the milling machine, we've kind of shifted duties. Typically the paving crew in the wintertime, they would go in and help us cut the sides of the road, the bushes, and do other things in the winter months. Well, with the milling machine that we purchased, that opened up a lot of projects that we never could do before. And so we are taking over. We're like when we got the reclaiming machine, the paving crew was helping us reclaim roads. Well, now that they're pretty much, they're probably 90% fully loaded, in which that's fantastic. We're getting a lot of productivity. But that shifted on to us. We're doing all the reclaiming of roads. So that's taking our time away from other duties, and we only got 6 people. So you got to understand that we're getting a lot more done, a lot of projects that would never been able to do before at a lower cost. So just let people know that, and people want to know why all the sides of the roads are not trimmed, manicured, and it takes. There's a lot of issues that go into those. But the main thing is that we're getting more asphalt down on the roads. We're getting a lot more roads reclaimed that we never did before. So anyway, that's all I have.
Thank you. Got several things today. Pam's probably going to shoot me when she gets ready to do the minutes, but you ain't got to put all this in there, Pam. First of all, I want to congratulate Greg and small businessmen. I mean, that's one of the things this community, small businessmen is what built this community, and Greg, glad you're doing well out there, Greg. Thank you. Next thing is thank our staff and all of our departments for putting the budget together. We've had a good budget, had a good year, wound up good, and everything's went well. So thank everybody for doing such a good job this year. Thank Governor Ivey, you know, and legislative staff, you know, like the gas tax and all for this bridge. You know, if it wouldn't have been for this project, we never would have got it any other way. I want to thank Mr. Massey for what all he's done putting it together. I mean, it is, anytime you have something, it costs money, you got to get the funding from somewhere, and I thank them for choosing us. All righty, and then I'm on a courthouse will be lit till, you know, through Ovarian Cancer Month, but the other day, me and the mayor signed a proclamation, and the meningitis awareness will be September the 23rd, and we will change it to Burgundy that night in honor of Jessica Elkins, who lost her life to meningitis. And that, if you can, you know, awareness is where it's all at. So remember her and the family, and we will have it lit Burgundy that night, or that for that day. And remember our neighbors to the south through the storm and the cleanup. And last thing on here, I couldn't do this without being repetitive enough about our census. Just do your census. I mean, it is vital to this community, vital to this state. Please do your census. With all that, thank everybody for coming today. We'll adjourn until 9 a.m. on Monday, October the 5th of 2020 at the Clinton Street Courthouse Annex. Thank y'all.